Mission 8, Temporary Contract. Welcome to Rochester Station. Please await the arrival of your train from London Victoria. So, hey there, Drawyah here, train some mods to Southeastern High Speed, Class 465, still a mouthful. Today here it's Rochester, taking our train as far as Rainham today, so... Rainham in the rain, of course. Yeah, Mission 8 Southeastern High Speed, Mission 3 of the 465 series. And once again, waiting for our train to arrive here at Rochester, here at platform 2, before we start our next journey today. If we have a look at the departure board there, of course, yes. Thank you, Dovetail. Rainham in the rain. Someone knows their jokes. I bet you that's a Matt Pelson joke, and that's exactly why the scenario now exists. Station-wise, calling at Chatham, Gillingham, and Rainham. So it's only 3 stops today. It is an irregular service, so again, 465 don't generally operate in this part of the route. But, like any case, if the train's not available or their kind of setup's a bit mixed up, then you'll send whatever train you've got available, and generally in Southeast Network, you always have a networker, so your depot ready to go. Trains now arrived, we'll get out the shelter, we'll stand by the 4-car boards. Also, you can tell I'm a very professional driver because I'm using the foot-on-platform display to tell me which station I've got to stop at on routes, rather than checking my paperwork to get started of the day. Thank you. Let you set everything up. We've on our way to depart at 17:19, so about 3 seconds to prepare. Jump in the cab, close the door, and then set train up as we normally do. So, master key on, train neutral, DRA off, brakes set to 0, headlights active, taillights off, train in forward, everything's set. AWS and DSD both set. No alarm there. The wiper is set to slow on my rail driver. If we need fast, we can go fast as well. I think slow is alright for now. And yeah, now we just wait for our train to board. We won't be using regen brakes, so I'm going to stay with the brakes off for that. In fact, that's why I didn't hear anything, because my reverse hadn't been set properly. So now in forward position, that's all better. Doors closed, let's get going. Lock doors, next stop, Chatham. So only 3 stops today, Chatham, Gillingham, Rainham. Though with the weather like it is, do potentially expect a bit of wheel slip later on. Be low adhesion, low purchase on the rail today. And so it's just a case of slowly operating as we maintain speed in the wet weather. You know I'm going to say it. Rochester on platforms now passing through. Speed 630 now, up to 50, and far side of the tunnel. It's probably the, well, apart from Strood, probably one of the slower bits of the Southeastern High Speed route this is. And so it's a case of kind of, again, maintaining speed, make sure they're not going too fast down the track. But I've got to say, they've done a pretty fine job actually giving you such a scenario mix on what is only half the route, because don't forget, Southeastern High Speed does cover the St Pancras to SC International portion, which the 465 doesn't actually operate on. In fact, it only really goes as far as Gillingham and Rochester in the western part of the route. Not sure what am I braking there. I managed to start accelerating in the wrong place. I got my brake lever in the wrong place, wrong way around. Back to front, but not too bad. A little bit past the stop board. Yes, again, it's only really half the route as well. From this point on, here at Gravesend, you don't really get, well, you don't get any local services. You got Ebbsfleet, which is this bit here, Fleet International. To the north of that, you're going to have Ebbsfleet North, where local services do terminate and stop at. Well, not terminate, but they do stop at on the way to not Charing Cross, Victoria. Goes via Ebbsfleet North. But that doesn't go as far, it kind of stops there. And so, there are bits of the route which, well, let's say it starts about half the route. But it's a very varied bit of routes. You've got high speed, well, high-ish speed runs at 80 miles per hour. You've got stations through like this bit like Chatham and Rochester, we do limit yourself to 30. You've got Strood, of course, 50 miles per hour. So there's a lot of variation, a lot of work they need to do. And for people who learn the route knowledge for each of these scenarios, it's definitely something you need to keep in mind. Sound the bell. Don't go too much on the acceleration there again. Got to be very careful about the wheel slipping. It's worth saying, I mean, one of the reasons why I very much enjoy Great Western is because of the variety that it gave you. It was both a high-speed train for the high-speed routes, you had a slow stopping train for the commuter services through London and Reading. Of course, that was a networker as well, the 166, so bonus points for that. They had freight as well. I'm not always a freight person, I do enjoy a good freight run from time to time, and so something I also can enjoy in my free time. So that variety, that mix, is what made Great Western so good. This getting there, I mean, you've got your high-speed service between St Pancras and Ebbsfleet. You've got your slow run between Ebbsfleet and Faversham. You get your freight routes with your Class 66. You've also got a few rail tours as well, just add a bit more historic, old railway running to it. It's all there. It's all there. I'm sure as time goes on, as the route matures, it'll kind of just start to stick out a bit more as well. We're in tunnel now, so track should be relatively dry. Let's go into the acceleration position 4. Brakes. About 20 seconds to go now until we need to stop Gillingham, so again, running an on-time service. There's your forecast stop marker. We'll leave it on the brakes for now. Perfect. Absolutely perfect, that. Don't think I could have stopped the train any better than that at all. Braking through Eden's Highway in. Bit of slip towards the end there, the wet weather. What is this? This is Gillingham. I'm gonna check out Gillingham at the end of the route there. I'll see how close that 0 mark it was. The braking was precision right there. If you remember the older Train Sim 2018 or 2017 intro, precision was the first word you heard. And that right there was as precise as you get. There's that little bus thing over there. The answer is no. Brick walls. That bus stops somewhere outside Rochester, Gillingham, sorry. Maybe a bit further on, perhaps. Closed doors. It's only a few seconds in it. Total 3. It's only a few seconds in time right now. So very much running the on-time service today. Next station, Rainham, where the train terminates. I'm actually not sure what comes next. Do we turn around? Do we end it there? Change ends. Okay, so we actually do make a return journey. Potentially back to Rochester. Over the level crossing. As we approach 60, throttle position 1. And already, compared to regenerative braking mode, you can see the train's accelerating. It's not quite at the high speed yet, but it's so minor when compared to before. The regen braking definitely added an extra kick to the acceleration. But to slow down, it's way too sluggish in my opinion. I mean, presumably like that in real life train where direct brakes are better than regen brakes. Maybe next time I actually ride these trains, I'll keep an eye on the lights of the fronts. So as I said last time, you have the different indicator lights. White means direct brakes. If that's off, it means regen brakes. Blue lights on, no safety. Blue lights off, safety's turned on. So maybe next time I take a close look at the front and actually have an idea of what my driver's doing. Does he have the brakes on? Does he have the brakes off? How's he operating service? Start slowing down now to 25 miles per hour for the junction at Rainham. Cross over to platform 0. I'm going to try to halt just for the end of the buffers. AWS sets. Single yellow. 0 up on the indicator there, so platform 0 we're going to stop at. Rainham's one of only 8 stations in the UK that has a platform 0. 8 or 9, can't quite remember the exact number. Jeff Marshall, of course, has a video on all of them, well worth checking out. Actually, it is worth checking out, it's a very good video, that. Tour of the entire UK, trains out platform 0s. Now, I have got a bit of history with tripcocks on Southeastern routes, usually on Train Simulator rather than Train Sim World. Train Sim World I seem to be getting away with it. Train Simulator, if you go back to the... actually happened twice. So it happened once during one of the things I did for Delta Games with their... it wasn't March... No, it was... What's that? The Rail Festival one I did. The January Rail Festival one. So on that one we did the... hit tripcock on the approach into Orpington. And I'm sure there was another time I was streaming. Hit tripcock into Victoria. And I don't know you can change ends. We join the return service to Rochester, or another driver will take over. That's fine. So we'll turn the wipers off. Headlights come off. We'll set the train into brake into position 3. You come neutral. DRA comes on. You come off. Master key off. Tail lights all set to the on position. Anything else missed? No, I haven't. Change ends. Right, doors open. Doors close. This service I don't think it's departing. Terminates at... Oh, it does terminate at Gravesend. So, maybe it does have a departure time. Just double check the board on the way out. Well, that being said, no real departure board set. Right at the far end of the station, so we'll see what time is from the cab. Jump in, close the doors, take a seat. Master key in, train neutral, DRA off, headlights set, turn the wipers on to slow as well. And departing in about 30 seconds, 17:33. Train forward. Make sure that these safety systems are normal. Now we wait. Just double check the lights there, of course. Doors close. And off we go. Next station, Gillingham. We arrive in 4 minutes. So we're going to cut back onto the main line again, which means the 205 behind us is going to stay stationary a bit longer until they get a cleared signal. We again travel as far as Rochester, wait for the train to fully run the line up to 80 miles per hour, throttle foot, and let's get going. I do hope by not isolating the safety systems in the rear cab, they're not going to randomly go off later. I'm sure they won't. Master key's not active and therefore there's nothing for them to go off on. But normally I do isolate them as well. I leave the cab. On this occasion, I do realise I didn't actually do. So that is now going to tell us that the speed limit is changing down to 60 in about 1,000 yards. So I'll keep train at 60. Run to Gillingham in 1.2 miles. See the depot on the left hand side, cross the crossing, and then bring train to a halt. Train on the left. Not sure how many trains going to use that today, given that the rain's going to do a pretty fine job of that anyway. Start braking station now, brake position 1. Cross the crossing. Nice and slowly. Platform 2 of Gillingham. That'll do. I do remember back when I was taking the Great Western Main Line. Relatively, well, it's actually quite common, Great Western Main Line, to get on like a weekly basis to get myself into Maidenhead for a few things. Waiting for the 166, so the networker, coming to the station, and kind of just make sure that you're in the right part of the platform to actually then board the train to get going. Because they are longer carriages, the networkers even, they are longer carriages than a lot of the more rural lines here in the UK. And stations like this, I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of going to Maidenhead every week. Which is strange, because of course there's the Great Western Railway, which has a route in Transition World that you can ride on the 166. But again, there's just something about the networker that it just is like the classic train for me. I'm so used to it here in the UK. And of course, they've been replaced by the Electrolars now up as far as Bristol, Temple Meads, apart from a few subsidiary lines. Yeah, I mean, out of all the railway lines, I think Great Western's probably the one. Actually, yes, I take that back. West Coast Main Lines was liking the most, but Great Western's definitely up there. Chills another couple of trips into London with it, but Great Western has a lot more reach, that's for sure. With Gravesend as well, did a day trip over to Swindon back quite, it was late, not last year, but the year before. Had a day trip in Swindon. Not quite sure why. Actually, I know why I went to Swindon, but I just spent a bit of time around the shopping centre, had a bit of a walk around. At 30 now. See how much more instant the brakes and throttles are on direct mode rather than regenerative braking mode. But I guess going back to what I was about before, like riding the railways in the UK, or just riding the railways anywhere, the railways for me have always been like an adventure, a trip. Same as flying. You're on an aeroplane. An aeroplane's always symbolised holiday for me. So you're on holiday, you're away from work, you're there for yourself. Different country, I guess different style even. But a trip on the train, that's always meant adventure. You're away from your home base, you're going somewhere a bit further afield. Who knows what lies at the other end. Same as the bus actually, although the bus is a bit more close to home. Not quite going as far afield, apart from maybe one occasion where I took the coach to Luton Airport. On another occasion I took a long-distance bus between Milton Keynes and Dunstable. Yes, thank you. I guess I'll raise the part in a couple of moments. Not too far now from the end of the routes. Through tunnel, into Rochester. Is there one more station, I think? Sorry. No, the station is Rochester. The train terminates. Or it's I then leave the train, and then another driver continues on into London. Right, off we go. Yeah, I do like to turn off the wipers when in tunnels. Not sure why I do that. I think I just, well, it stops the racking noise, clicking noise as the wipers do go in motion. Oh no, conserves energy as well. Not that running a train sim, you're conserving any energy, but I don't know. It's the this is the thought that counts. Old platforms, of course. Can't not mention the old platforms. Also, can't mention the fact I'm overspeeding a little bit there. Preferably keep quiet about that, but that's a single yellow aspect. He's now faced by a red, sitting right at the end of the platform. Nope, and there's another networker sitting on platform 2. Don't see many of those there, service, I must admit. Then again, in this part of the Southeast network, you don't get too many networkers either. Most of them operate out of London directly. Run on the metro lines. Southeast Metro, of course. The inter-London kind of... It's your inter-London stopping services that don't leave the M25 zone. Of course you get a few services that go a bit further reach, but they aren't as common on the Southeast network. Right, train stops, doors open, and turn it all off. Brake setting at 3, train in neutral, wait for that to click in. Set the R right. Reverser off. Master key off. Well done. Another driver will take over from here. Let's see how you did. Eventually, of course. Right. Well, first things first, you can see how much smoother the cruising is with direct law sets. I'm sure I'll get used to regenerative braking at some points, do a bit more practice with that, kind of learn the basics with it, but you can see how much smoother the curves are when running directly. Gillingham, it was 1 yard on that stop, 1.62 yards. In fact, Rochester, just less accurate than that, but still very close. For a run, I think was actually pretty good again. Another gold medal, 3 and 3 golds today. Now it's level 69 on the character, nice. Level 12 on the route, level 8 on the train. Also looking to hit level 9 very shortly after that. Yeah, so that's the end of the temporary contract. That's the end of mission 3 of 4. There's one more left, Empty Evening, which, well, based on the name, will be an anti-stock movement into the depot at Gillingham, just like last train. So, once again, thank you all very much for watching. Tune in tomorrow for the last scenario of Southeastern High Speed, Class 45 Networker. Thank you again for the support, the love, everything from you guys. It's truly, truly amazing. And, yeah, one more to go. Take care, thank you for watching, and I shall see you again soon. Bye-bye.